Well, good morning and buenos dias. It's good to see all those faces out there. I love that music, didn't you? I really miss connecting with all of you face to face, but isn't it wonderful we have this great technology so we can still reach out to each other and see each other and the opportunity just to visit. So even though we're physically distancing, we're not social distancing. We may be apart, but we are not alone. So we welcome you all to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Northern Nevada, where it is our mission to grow together in love, faith, justice, and joy. I'm Dave Bianchi, and I'm serving as your worship associate today. We've asked everyone to stay home, view us, or hear us on your personal devices. But know that we still welcome all to be part of us, regardless of racial identity, age, economic circumstances, immigration status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. If you're someone who's viewing this and it's your first exposure to us, feel free to contact our office or our website for more information. It's also where you can download a newcomer form. You can sign up for our newsletter, which informs you of all the great activities here at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Northern Nevada. So I thank you. Thank you for being with us. And now, Reverend Karen.
Welcome. We're so delighted to have you joining us today. Welcome to this very special service. If you're still getting acclimated to Zoom, just a couple of notes for you this morning. On your screen near the top or bottom, you should find something that gives you a choice between gallery view or speaker view. If you click on speaker view, that will allow the presenter to fill your screen. If you're on gallery view, that will allow you to peruse and see the faces of the gathered community. So you may want to take advantage of both of those opportunities. Also on your screen, you will find something that says chat. If you click on chat, a box will open and you can see that folks are already placing many comments in the chat box. We'll use the chat box especially later in our service when we share our joys and concerns during our time of prayer and meditation. At the end of our service, you'll be invited into small groups for coffee hour. And so we invite you to stay on for that opportunity of conversation. Welcome to our service today.
Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of living. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of living. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again, come.
Welcome to our very special coming of age service, where youth from our congregation will share with you their beliefs and values as we culminate a year of examining faith, their theology, and the principles and purposes of Unitarian Universalism. The Unitarian Universalist faith is not one where beliefs are given to you. Rather, you are invited throughout your life to think intentionally about your faith and to allow it to evolve through the support of this community. This year, these youth chose a mentor from the congregation, and together with the mentor and in regular group classes, they explored ethics, values, identities, and the answers to life's big questions. As a culmination to this year of exploration, each youth was invited to write a credo, a statement of their beliefs. Our credos change throughout life. Each is like looking at a photo. They capture a snapshot of our values, faith, identity, and belief at one point in time. In Latin, Credo literally means what I set my heart to do. We're so glad to share in this special time with all of you as our youth share with you what they have set their hearts to do.
6 of us adults are just completing months of challenging our beliefs. When was the last time you gave serious thought to the mysteries of the world? What happens after death? What are the things that feel uncomfortable? Oh, this isn't about a 78-year-old coming of age program. No, but I believe the mentors of these extraordinary 6 Unitarian Universalist youths were just as challenged while participating in the coming of age program led by Kristen this church year. The amazing culmination of developing one's credo makes the mentors realize these 6 young people have different views from each other. They respect each other while coming together with the Unitarian Universalist principles. We are proud to have true UUs among us, questioning, thinking, and being compassionate. As mentors, we know credos change throughout our lives. This is a process of living. Our coming of age graduates for 2020 wearing their crowns are Carrie, Lee, Rain, Samantha, and Zachary. As each one shares their credo, let's cheer them on as they finish with jazz hands.
Good morning. I will now light the chalice of my matches here. So I can invite everyone to light their own chalice. And I will recite the words that we use each time we light our chalice together as a group. Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the glories and the mysteries of this greatest gift.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
I hope so.
Okay, the youth will now read Out of the Stars by Robert Weston. Out of the stars, in their flight, out of the dust of eternity, here have we come, stardust and sunlight, mingling through time and through space. Out of the stars have we come, up from time, out of the stars have we come.
Time out of time before time, in the vastness of space, Earth spun to orbit the sun. Earth with the thunder of mountains newborn, the boiling of seas. Earth warmed by sun, lit by sunlight. This is our home. Out of the stars have we come.
Mystery hidden in mystery, back through all time. Mystery rising from rocks in the storm and the sea. Out of the stars, rising from rocks in the sea. Kindled by sunlight on earth, arose life.
Ponder this thing in your heart, life up from the sea. Eyes to behold, throats to sing, mates to love. Life from the sea, warmed by sun, washed by rain. Life from within, giving birth, rose to love.
This is the wonder of time. This is the marvel of space. Out of the stars swung the earth. Life upon earth rose to love. This is the marvel of life, rising to see and to know. Out of your heart, cry wonder. sing that we live.
We're all searching for something, wishing and hoping for something, something we'll see to set ourselves free, something to which we can cling. We're all searching for answers, wishing and hoping for answers, but all that we see is a mystery. Seems all we know is our fears. But you can search this wide world over. You can travel near and far. But everything you seek out there leads you away from who you are. So we keep looking for answers, wishing and hoping for answers. But all that we see, a mystery, seems all we know is our fears. But if we look in our hearts, the answers start, oh yes they do, to come through the songs that we sing. Woo!
An important aspect of the Coming of Age program is to think deeply about our answers to some of life's big questions. Each session that we had together included reflection, journaling, and discussion about some of the mysteries of our lives. Our youth wanted to share a few of these questions with you to invite you to engage in your own reflection today. First, we will share some of our answers to life's big questions with each other as a congregation, and then we will share our personal beliefs briefly in small groups. So here's how the first part will go. As I ask one of the big questions, you will use your hands to share with each other where you stand. If you agree strongly with the question, you'll keep your hands outstretched wide. And if you disagree strongly, your hands will be more like this, pressed together. And if you're somewhere in between, you can show that too. So in this way, we will be able to see the wide variety of beliefs held in our community. So we'll start with an example. The first question as an example is, I believe that dessert is an important part of a balanced diet. So if you agree with that statement, your hands are outstretched like this. And if that is far from your truth, they will be pressed together like this. I believe that dessert is an important part of a balanced diet. All right. I believe in the presence of God or a divine presence in our lives. I believe that there is something that happens to us after we die. I believe in evil. I believe that we all have a purpose on this earth. I believe that we all have the potential for good. Our youth were asked to share a brief credo of beliefs with you today, and they wanted to give you an opportunity to do the same. So we are going to put you into small groups, and you are invited to share just briefly with one another your 1-minute credo.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
They're putting us in groups.
Hello.
One second.
Hello.
I should invite
Philip.
Morning.
So many familiar faces. I don't know. All I need is love.
Join.
Okay.
Bush is inviting you to join breakout room. Breakout room 16. Do you want to join? We'll do later.
Yeah. Crap. Okay.
Crap.
Well, they probably can now.
I'm watching for Callie and Rondi.
Room 10.
Five.
I'm leaving it.
I can't hear anything.
He just was all black.
Oh my. There's Miss E and Mammy.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, now.
Good morning. My name is Carrie DeBarger. In multiple areas. And with the help, oh, can everyone hear me? Yeah, okay. Good morning. My name is Carrie DeBarger. This year, as a part of coming of age, I have been exploring my beliefs in multiple areas. And with the help of my wonderful mentor, Lois B. Yankee, as a culminating project, I have written a credo of my beliefs as they stand at this point in my life. First and foremost, I believe in people. I believe in the power of people working together, the ability of people to create positivity, and as our first principle states, I believe in the worth and dignity of every person. I believe in helping people. As part of our coming of age experience, we took a weekend trip to San Francisco to walk around the Tenderloin neighborhood. That experience taught me the importance of the first principle and how it applies in real world. The Tenderloin is a poverty and homeless-stricken neighborhood, but the residents still have worth and dignity and deserve to be treated as such. Secondly, I believe in faith. Growing up in the UUFNN, I learned that I could choose to believe in God or not, and I could choose how I saw that God. Over the course of this year, the world has seen lots of tragedy, especially now with the coronavirus sweeping globally. During this time of isolation, it can be easy to focus on the negative. But one positive outcome is that it has allowed me to apply the fifth principle, to search freely for truth and meaning. I found myself praying to God during this time, and it has given me faith and strength to endure the latest upheavals in my life. While at the beginning of this year, I didn't believe in God, I do now. This brings me to my third most prevalent value, the belief in change. I've come to find that my beliefs are easily subject to change, which makes sense because as a person, I'm still growing, learning, and changing. I've read our principles over and over, but until I entered coming of age, I never realized how much each of them apply to my own life and my own values. This is why I'm a Unitarian. Our third principle allows our congregants to grow spiritually at any time in their lives. While the coming of age program might have been of faith, justice, and joy, has not. And despite any hindrances, I will continue to bend the arc of the universe proudly as a Unitarian Universalist. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. That was wonderful. Carrie just joined our worship associate group. We're looking forward to having her, seeing her more often on the screen and hopefully soon back in person. So this is the time in our service when we have the opportunity to share our bounty with each other. You know, since we're not physically together to pass that basket back and forth, we can do so virtually by texting 73256, putting UUFNN in the message box, and you hit send, and then just follow the instructions to provide your offering. Or you can mail a check to the office at 780 Del Monte Lane, Reno 89511. Now, the slickest and cleanest way to donate is to sign up for automatic giving. So you can contact the office and Carol sends you an automatic draft authorization form. You know, it's in these times when we see the real strength of our fellowship. So many of our members have pulled together in some amazing ways. I'm continuing to witness all the volunteers who are doing so much to keep us in touch with one another. And I'm grateful for the staff who are just working overtime to keep the wheels turning as we move through these times together. You know, I've been so proud of Reverend Karen, realizing early on we needed to protect ourselves by doing our services remotely. I believe it's making our fellowship even stronger. So much goes on behind the scenes, and yet we're still doing good in the world. You know, Lois and I have been blessed, and we're able to contribute an amount over our pledge this year, since we're aware that there's some who cannot make their commitment because of the current situation. So if you can join us, please contribute what you can to help. You know, many of you responded to that request, and I encourage more of us to do so. You know, there's so many that have been left behind, and we're here to help. Also, if you haven't yet completed your pledge for next year, do so right away. I mean, we're so close to reaching our goal. I think it's something like 99%. I'm feeling positive that by all of us stepping up, we will be stronger than ever. So thank you for joining Lois and me in taking care of our beloved community. And now let our offering begin. like you to join me as we bless these offerings to the work of this fellowship, which is helping more people grow in love, faith, justice, and joy. We dedicate ourselves, and these are offerings.
Unitarian Universalists are held in covenant, connected in community, not around a set of beliefs that we must hold, but around an agreement to be together in community within our diverse beliefs and to commit to growing in those beliefs together. Join us for Building Bridges, a song that captures the importance of being able to have different beliefs and still call ourselves Unitarian Universalists.
Building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you. Will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we could make such sweet harmony. Building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you. Will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we could make such sweet harmony.
Hi, I'm Zachary. And when I was thinking about what my beliefs were, because I had to write this credo, I didn't really know what to say. I was pretty clueless. I actually asked my mentor, Terry, for some advice. And what really actually got me thinking was not his advice, but actually his example that he used to kind of lead into his advice, which was something like, think about anything you believe in. It could be something like, I believe all ice cream should be chocolate. All ice cream should be chocolate? Now, I personally would absolutely hate this because I love vanilla ice cream, sometimes I like to spice it up with the wacky Ben and Jerry flavors that you can get at the grocery store. And then I got to thinking, what about toppings? Does that mean I can only have straight chocolate ice cream, no caramel, no chocolate syrup? And this kind of got me realizing I'm really indecisive. And then it really hit me. The reason that I was struggling so much with this is because I don't know what I believe. I'm a person who sees the world in an analytical way. I am a person who likes to back my beliefs with science. Now, I also believe that there could be something out there that we cannot see. And that would be the reason that our entire universe exists. And this is why the best label to really describe my beliefs is agnostic, which means I don't really know what's going on in this crazy journey called life. And that although I do not necessarily believe in a God, I do believe that there could be something, and I just don't know it. So in a time where I can speak in front of 100 people in a nice shirt and boxers, the only thing that I truly believe is that as long as we stick together as humans, we can achieve and get through anything. Thank you.
My name is Rain, and I do not believe in belief. I think that most kinds of belief are generational relics, and the rest are preferences, both trivial in comparison to fact. I know that blind belief of any kind does more harm than good. I believe that provable things are safer somehow, purer, more trustworthy than beliefs. I cannot prove that the world is real. I know that it is not provable that the world is real, and that it is not provable that the people I address are any more real than any dream or hallucination. I know that there is at least some being, some thinking being, thinking the thoughts that I think. I know that there is some thinking being, tentatively named me, that feels and perceives. I do not know if that being is separate from the rest of the world. I suspect that if there is a rest of the world, me bleeds together with it at the edges, at the nodes where the web interconnects. I am fairly certain that separating out of me is not something that can be done cleanly, if this entire world even exists outside of a daydream. I am decently certain that this simulation or whatever will hold for another day. So far, I have a 16-year streak going of the sun rising every day and the world continuing to turn. I assume, based on past experiences, that past experiences are a decent thing to make assumptions from. I acknowledge the paradox in this. I doubt that there is a better way to make decisions. I choose to believe that past experience is a decent metric, because I don't have a better one. Based on past experience, I think that if other people are in fact real, it is perfectly reasonable, given the realities of this reality, for those people to go through life assuming everything they see is real. I know that there is significant potential harm in doubting everything that exists. I believe that hurting people is the worst thing that can happen in this world, and I remember that when people do not believe me, I feel hurt. I feel that risking harm to people by disbelieving them is unacceptable without further evidence. I know that, just like this simulation has nothing to disprove it, it has nothing to prove it. I suspect that we are not all the way real, but I judge this suspicion to be irrelevant if there's no way out of the matrix. I believe that with no evidence either way, it is better to err on the side of least potential harm. I know that other people bring me joy. I know that wind and rain cause the jumble of thoughts dubbed me to experience something that is good. I want to be near other entities that I believe to think along with me. I seek human company. I desire a reality in which I can coexist with other beings. I want to not be alone. I choose to believe that I am not alone. I choose to believe in other members of humanity. I choose to believe in the wind and the rain. I choose to believe in the web that connects us all. I choose to believe that some beliefs can help and not hurt. I choose to believe that I am here in front of real human beings. I choose to believe in belief.
Building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you. Will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we could make such sweet harmony. Building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you. Will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we could make such sweet harmony.
Good morning. My name is Samantha Ratanen, and this is my credo. I do not believe in any type of God or any higher power such as a divine being. I follow three rather simple principles. These three being potential, self-education, and strategies. Potential, as anything can amount to become its greatest self. Self-education, the way that makes us actually learn, and strategies, finding the quickest ways to go through life. In this, I will be explaining how and why I follow and believe in these certain beliefs. To start, potential. Potential has multiple different meanings, but usually circles back to something or someone having the qualities to develop and evolve into something greater in the future. I personally believe that anyone and everything is capable of more than what their believed maximum potential is. There is great potential hidden within each and every one of us, which means that we can turn our lives around at any given point. I believe in my own potential by making sure that I know what I am doing right, as well as using and leveraging my strengths to my benefit. In addition, with minimizing my flaws and weaknesses as to not allow them to impact me more than they already do. Moreover, self-education. Education itself is quite important, but not even close to the importance of self-education. Education is only useful with the ability to form and make relationships, to pass tests and hardships, and finding the moment to share what you know. But self-education is what makes us actually learn, improve, and understand. The easiest way to learn something is to have a strong sense of passion for it, to know why you are investing this much time into something as well as wanting to understand said thing. The things you learn in your own free time are more powerful and have a larger impact on your mind than what a teacher would say in your class. By using your own free time, your mind is completely open to new knowledge. It allows your imagination to run free and wild, almost like reading in between the lines. Yeah. It is easier to learn in your own time and in your own way than having someone make you think their way. Furthermore, strategies. People generally wander through their lives following the way that others before them have done, caring about our society's expectations and opinions whilst doing what they are told to do. But that is not the smartest way to live and lead your own life. Strategists figure out what winning should be, how to win, and then putting that into motion. People who choose only a few things to continuously focus their time on are the people who are finding faster and better ways to do more in less time. They are learning, growing, and evolving on their path to success and greatness. Such people are able to change their habits to their benefit, save time, learn while continuing to work their way up, and find quicker ways to complete tasks. To conclude, I do not believe in any religion on its own or any god or deity. I believe in three principles, which are potential, self-education, and strategy. Beliefs can change over time or they can stay the same. But for the fact that I am young, my beliefs can be drastically different from what they are at this moment in time. Thank you. Okay.
Hi, my name is Lee Mares. To start, I believe in love, I believe in peace, I believe in choice. But one of my bigger beliefs is that you should create change with your beliefs. When I was around 6 years old, our family started going to church more regularly. From the beginning, I was never told what to believe. I was introduced to the 7 principles and was given the freedom to figure out what I believed for myself. This process started happening around 7 years old, but I never knew it was happening. Things I saw over the past 8 years influenced my beliefs. Only in the past few years have I really thought about my beliefs in a different way. I'm old enough now to use my beliefs to take action. I have been to marches and specifically advocated for climate action. One of the first times I started to express my values in the outside world was in middle school. We had an assignment to write an argumentative essay on something that made us mad. What made me mad? I needed a topic that made me mad, not just the standard topics. Following UU's first principle, the inherent worth and dignity of every person, I wrote about something I thought was very unfair, the transgender military ban. Moving forward in school and life, the values and lessons I have learned will set me up to do things that I love. I now know what causes interest me and which ones I am willing to spend my time on. The lessons I have learned at UU will help me grow in my beliefs and throughout.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
We join together as one, our hearts, our minds, our spirits, for this time of prayer and meditation. We give thanks today, especially for our youth. We give thanks that they are the ones who will lead us into our future. We give thanks for their courage, for their example of courage, and we give thanks for their willingness to live their truth. You're invited now to share your prayers, your meditations, your joys, your concerns, your celebrations in the chat box as we continue in this time of our community prayer and meditation. We send out our love, our care, our energy, our courage, our hope to all those who are experiencing loss and grief and fear and depression. We send out our comfort and our strength to these. And we give thanks once again for this time to be together in this time, in these days, and in this way. We hold all of our prayers as one in the heart of love. Amen. We want to thank you so much for joining us for our service today. We've been delighted to have you with us. Just a few announcements as we close our time together. If you need help in any way with Zoom or errands or just some connection, please let us know. You can enter it into the chat box or you can call the office, and we would love to be of support to you during this time. Our building might be closed, but we are ever more spiritual community for each other and finding continual ways to do that. So please let us know if we can be of support to you in any way. If you would like to receive our emails and you're not doing so, you can fill out the newcomer card in the chat box, or you can let us know your email address in the chat box and we'll add you to our email list. I wanted to especially let you know that we're having a diaper drive this week for the Women and Children's Shelter of the Sierra, Women and Children's Center of the Sierra, and we're going to do that just Tuesday through Thursday this week. When you're shopping, you can pick up a case of diapers and bring them to UUFNN and place them between the buildings, and we will get them over to WACS this week. The need is urgent for diapers. And if you can participate in that diaper drive, they would be so, so grateful. I wanted to let you know a few things about our auction. This is auction week here at UUFNN, and there are a few important things that you need to know. This year, we've spent a lot of time moving from comfort to courage, and our annual auction team is doing the very same. We are one of the first UU congregations to conduct our auction online, and there are many around the country who are waiting to hear from us and anxious to learn from our experience. We know that our auction might not be perfect this year. It might be different than coming together, but with enthusiastic participation from you, it's going to be awesome. The theme is Aloha Spirit, so you're invited to wear your best island apparel, mix up an island mocktail or cocktail, and join us on Friday on Zoom at 6 p.m. There are a few things that you're going to need to know ahead of time, and you'll get an email later today with the rules of the game. Please pay close attention to those because you'll need to know about them. If you have questions about the auction and how to participate, there'll be a meeting on Tuesday where you can get the answers. So watch your email for those details. And please note that our silent auction, which is this year an email auction, starts at 5 p.m. on Thursday. And where there's a tie bid, the earlier bid will win. So you'll want to get on early to do your bidding. Everything is explained in the rules of the game. For those of you with children, there'll be some activities for them, and you can find that out about that also in the auction email. For those of you who might be concerned about what might happen to various events if the stay-at-home orders continue or come back after a time, any event that you buy that might be canceled because of COVID-19, you can have your money refunded. So this is a low-risk opportunity. So this is our auction week. Let's all get into that aloha spirit and lead the way for UUFNN and other UU congregations. Your auction team says mahalo, which is Hawaiian for thank you. So we'll look forward to participating all together with you in the auction later this week. Thank you for your attention and your participation in making it a great, great success in this unprecedented time. You're invited to stay on for coffee hour after our closing song, and you'll receive an invitation to do that so that you can visit with folks for a little bit. And now we join in our closing song.
We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within. And we will get there, heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Woya-ya, 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 woya-ya. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within. And we'll get there, heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Ya, woya-ya, 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 woya-ya.
We close now with the benediction that our coming of agers have used in each of their meetings. Go your ways, knowing not the answers to all things, yet seeking always the answer to one more thing than you know. Thanks once again for joining us. You're always welcome in this space. Blessed be, and amen.